Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's wedding has already taken over the internet, but the real story is what happened after the ceremony. Because with celebrity news like this, the biggest moment is not always the event itself. Sometimes it is the reaction, the hidden details, and the conversations that continue afterward. And that is exactly what we are breaking down today. The wedding, the fan reactions, the details people may have missed, and why this story is still everywhere. Now, before we go further, let's be clear about one thing. This is not just another celebrity headline. Taylor Swift is one of the most recognizable names in the world, and Travis Kelce is not only a football star, but also a major public figure outside the sport now. When two people like this come together, the story becomes bigger than a relationship update. It becomes pop culture. It becomes internet conversation. It becomes something people follow like a series. That is why this wedding got so much attention in the first place. People were already invested before the event happened. Fans had questions. Media had speculation. Social media had theories. And once the wedding finally happened, all of that energy moved to the next stage. People did not just want to know that it happened. They wanted to know what it looked like, who was there, what stood out, and what it all means now. That is the kind of story that keeps working on YouTube. Because it is not one piece of news, it is a full conversation. Celebrity news works differently from regular news. In regular news, people want facts fast. In celebrity news, people want facts fast too, but they also want emotion, detail, and a little bit of curiosity. That is why stories like this can keep getting attention even after the main event is over. The event may be done, but the internet keeps reacting. And every reaction creates another angle. Every angle creates another video. Every video creates another chance to hold viewers longer. The reason this story spread so quickly is simple. It had everything. A huge celebrity, a huge sports figure, a romantic storyline, public interest, and a lot of built-in audience energy. That combination is strong because it reaches multiple groups at once. Taylor Swift fans care, NFL fans care, entertainment audiences care, and casual viewers click because they have at least heard the names before. That is exactly why this type of story can perform so well on YouTube, if the packaging is done right. Now let's talk about something important. A lot of creators can get the click, but they lose the viewer in the first 1 or 2 minutes. Why does that happen? Usually because the video starts too slowly. If the intro is too long, if the point is not clear, or if the script repeats the same idea again and again, people leave. But if the opening gives them a reason to care, they stay. That means your first 30 seconds are everything. You have to tell the viewer what this video is about, why it matters, and what they are going to get from staying. A strong script in this niche usually follows a simple pattern. First, say the main event. Then say why people are talking about it. Then, promise what the viewer will learn. For example, instead of saying, "Today, we are talking about Taylor and Travis," you say, "The wedding is over, but the conversation is just getting started, and there are a few details fans keep talking about." That kind of line creates movement. It gives the video energy. And energy matters because people decide very fast whether they want to keep watching. Fans never just watch celebrity news. They analyze it. They look at the vibe. They look at the style. They look at who was present. They look at what happened after the event. And they look for anything that feels like a clue. That is why one photo can become a major talking point. A small detail can become a trend. And one reaction can turn into a whole discussion. If you understand that, then you understand why this niche works. The audience is not just consuming information, they are participating in the story. Taylor Swift is one of those rare public figures whose stories always feel bigger than one moment. Her name alone creates attention. Part of that is because she has such a huge global audience. Part of it is because her career, image, and personal life are all heavily followed. And part of it is because people feel emotionally connected to her story. That connection is powerful. It means even a simple update can feel important. And when that update involves a wedding, the emotional and cultural interest becomes even stronger. Travis Kelce also brings a huge amount of attention. He is not just Taylor's partner in the public eye, he is a major figure in his own lane. That matters because it gives the story another audience. Sports fans may come for Travis. Music fans may come for Taylor. But once both names are in the same headline, the reach gets much bigger. That overlap is one of the main reasons this story keeps showing up everywhere. Now let's come back to the wedding itself. A celebrity wedding is never just about the ceremony. It is about the image, the setting, the timing, the reactions, the guest buzz, the social media wave afterward. People want to know if the event felt private or public. They want to know whether the vibe was elegant, emotional, or dramatic. They want to feel like they are getting a behind-the-scenes view. That is where your content can win. If you explain the event in a simple, engaging way, viewers feel like they are getting more than a headline. One of the strongest parts of celebrity news is the reaction cycle. First, the event happens. Then, fans react. Then, media reacts to the fans. Then, creators make videos about both. That cycle can continue for days, or even weeks if the story is big enough. And this one clearly is. So if you are making content around it, you do not need to rush to every rumor. You just need to find the strongest real angle and explain it well. The main challenge in a 10-minute video is not just having enough content. It is keeping the energy alive. That means you need to move from one point to the next without staying too long in one place. If a section is weak, cut it. If a sentence does not add value, remove it. A good rule is this. Every 20 to 30 seconds, the viewer should feel a shift, a new detail, a new question, a new perspective, a new reason to keep watching. That is how you prevent the video from feeling flat. Stories like this work especially well when you focus on what happened after the main event, because that is the point where curiosity is highest. People already know the headline. What they want now is the meaning behind it. What did people say? What did fans notice? What does this mean for the couple's public image? What is the next possible update? Those are the questions that keep viewers watching. And they are much stronger than just repeating the same breaking news line. If you want viewers to keep watching, your script has to sound human, not robotic, not overly formal, not like you are reading a newswire. You want to sound like you are explaining something interesting to a friend. Clear, calm, confident, and slightly curious. That style works well because people do not want to feel like they are in a lecture. They want to feel like they are getting the story in a smart, easy way. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's wedding became a huge topic because it combined fame, emotion, fan interest, and cultural relevance. The event itself was big, but the conversation after it is what really keeps the story alive. That means, your video should not just repeat the headline, it should explain the reaction, the meaning, and the next layer of the story. That is what makes the video feel complete, and that is what makes people watch longer. At the end of the day, the best celebrity news content is not just fast, it is clear, interesting, and easy to follow. If you can give people real information in a way that feels alive, they will stay longer. And in a niche like this, that can make all the difference.